Why do we categorize everything in this sport, in martial arts, in fighting, in boxing, in jiu-jitsu? Why? There's a very good reason for it. We could also be fighting like animals and just solely rely on our natural instinct and hone the instinct by just fighting, by just sparring all the time and doing nothing else. But our greatest asset as humans is our mind, our ability to think, our intellectual ability, which mostly consists, or most importantly, the intelligence consists of the two abilities to abstract and to differentiate. And that is categorizing. So we categorize to understand. We categorize because it makes us understand. It makes us think about things much faster, much quicker, much more precise. I can abstract, I don't know how to pronounce in English exactly, what exactly makes a kimura? What exactly makes a rear naked choke? What exactly is the definition of a low kick? And what is the difference that it's differentiating between a low kick and a middle kick? Between a Darce choke and, let's say, an anaconda choke? What's the difference between it? And when I understand, it makes me a better and more effective fighter because I can strategize beforehand. Even before the fight, I can already understand all the possible movements that could happen. When, why, how, everything, every possible movement of the human body. Because having studied all the bones, all the muscles, all the joints in the human body, making possible all the human movements and what movements are not possible, and being able to categorize them into those categories. What happens, what cannot happen, how likely is this, how likely is that, what do I need to do in that situation, what are my possibilities, how likely is it for my opponent to do this or that movement, and how much of my strength will it take, and how much of my energy will it take, how high is the risk, and I can calculate all that. And that makes me a much more effective fighting. That's why somebody who's untrained in that, even no matter how much of his natural instinct and how much anger and how much hate and energy he channels into the fight, I will still be wearing, my precious little shirt, smiling at him and completely dismantling him while still being a sunny boy. Because that's the biggest asset of our humans, our mind. That's why we categorize.